Michel Barnier came out in favor of limits being imposed on the European project, stressing that French sovereignty should not have been called into question. Mr. Barnier has played an important role in shaping the future relationship between the EU and Britain. Only a month after the UK voted to leave the bloc, Brussels announced he would be the EU's chief Brexit negotiator, under Article 50 of the Treaty on the European Union. For the 2020 trade talks, Mr. Barnier was once again the main negotiator, and despite months of tensions, the two sides reached an agreement on Christmas Eve. Now, there is mounting speculation the French politician might be mulling a possible bid in next year's presidential election, as he announced last week he was setting up a political faction under the name Patriot and European. While Mr. Barnier is being closely watched by French President Emmanuel Macron's camp, as he would eat at the pro-European, center-right electorate, one of his most controversial interviews has resurfaced. In 2013, the French politician, who at the time was serving as the EU's Internal Market Commissioner, came out in favor of limits being imposed on the European project, telling Euractiv.fr that he understood concerns expressed by the far right and other Eurosceptics. He said, "The country's budget, the content and quality of reforms remain the responsibility of the government of France and the Parliament." He then stressed that French sovereignty on such areas should have never been called into question. His comments came as the European Commission issued Paris with prescriptive recommendations on economic reforms, a move that fell foul with former French President François Hollande, who urged the EU not to dictate reforms to member states. Mr. Barnier backed claims saying Europe should have thought of rolling back policies in areas where national or regional governments were more efficient, in line with the subsidiarity principle. He added, "What less can we do here in Brussels? Subsidiarity is very important. Many citizens are concerned about a European project that has no limits or boundaries. Some should probably be established. But we are not alone." When asked in what areas the EU should do more, he said, "I will argue for a European industrial policy. It is important that European leaders again find the courage and boldness we had with the ECSC, European Coal and Steel Community.